Hello, I am Mr. Fixit from ES Repair. I wanted to share something with you of what I did back when I was driving a truck. Now, if you haven't noticed already in the previous videos, I used to be a commercial truck driver. I was over the road. I ran from East Coast to West Coast to Canada to Mexican border, blah blah blah. I did it all 48 the lower 48 states. There's not a state I haven't been to. And it was enjoyable. I loved it. But one of the things when I first started, this was back in 99 and 2000. I went to truck driving school, went to work for the company who put me through school, and worked for them for a year. Well, the company they had reefer units. Now, the reefer units are these trailers that can be refrigerated. They can haul everything. Anything that fits in that trailer, they can move it. Now, most of it is for like produce, fresh groceries like meat, dairy products. Anything that needs to be refrigerated is what the trailer can be used for. Even frozen foods. You know, if you have to keep something frozen, then that's what we can put on there. Even hazmat, hazardous materials. If it has to be kept at a certain temperature, we can haul it in that reefer unit. Now, I was a rookie. I was just learning the ropes. One of the assignments that I had was to go to Joplin, Missouri, and pick up a load of frozen biscuits from Pillsbury. Okay, pretty straightforward. Going to get a lot of miles out of this. I thought, okay, perfect. Now, one of the things that you're supposed to do is what's called a pre-trip and a post-trip. Now, the pre-trip, you're supposed to inspect your vehicle, your truck in this case, the trailer, and the reefer unit, since I had a refrigerated trailer. Well, at the end of the trip, or the end of the day, whichever comes first, you're supposed to post-inspect the vehicles to make sure everything's a-okay. Now, I can tell you from experience, a lot of drivers don't do that. That's why you see them on the side of the roads. Or see them going down the hills with brakes smoking. But that's a different story. Well, I was a rookie, and I wanted to make an impression, let them know, hey, I can handle this. I know what I'm supposed to do, how to do it. That's me. I just, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Well, all these reefer units that we've had, they get pretty cold. Most of the ones I've seen were like -10. Now, that's cold. And we're hauling frozen stuff, you have to have it down to that temperature. A lot of shippers will not touch your trailer unless it's at a specific temperature. Otherwise, you're going to sit there and wait until your trailer gets cold. Well, for me, I want to get the trailer cold before I get there. That way I can get in, get loaded, and get out. And that's what I did. They said, well, go pick this trailer up and head down to Joplin, Missouri. I said, okay, yeah, no problem. I went over and got this trailer, and I'm like, oh, wow. This trailer looks pretty new. It's got that shine on it. Either that or they washed it. One or the other. Well, I got out, hooked up to it, checked all the lights, and the reefer unit has a display on it. Now, if you look on the driver's side on the front of the reefer unit, you'll see a display which maintains all the status, conditions, and all that regarding to the equipment and the temperature inside. So it has a pre-trip function on it, which does a self-diagnostic to make sure everything's working. So I went ahead and initiated it, let it do its thing. It takes a few minutes. In the process, I went ahead and checked everything. I'm like, wow, man, this trailer looks pretty new. Open the back to see what it looks like on the inside, because anytime you're picking up food, whether it's frozen or it's fresh or meat, whatever the case is, you have to have the trailer washed out or they won't load you. So I always check the back. see if there's any damage or, if it needs cleaned out. And I got to looking. It's spotless. Now, I can tell you from experience that any time that you load and unload trailers, you're going to have scuff marks. Scuff marks for when the tires from the forklift getting on and off the trailer, to scuff marks on the side of the walls where the piles got too close or the forklift got too close. You're going to see scuff marks. The trailer was spotless. I'm like, this trailer has to be brand new. So I thought, well, okay, this will be a breeze. DOT won't bother it. What are they going to do with a new trailer? They're not going to look at no new trailer. They're not going to inspect a new trailer. I got this made. So I went back, checked the reefer unit. Everything was A-okay. So I figured, well, let me go ahead and set my temperature. Pillsbury requires you to have a minimum of 0 degrees before they'll touch you. They want the biscuits to remain at 4 degrees below 0, -4. All right, okay. Well, this is a brand new trailer, and curiosity got the best of me. I'm like, well, if this is a new trailer, I wonder how cold it will get. Now, all the other trailers got down to -10. That's as low as they'll go. I wonder how low this one will go. It's brand new. So I'm on the control panel changing the temperature. Okay, there's 10, 11, 12, 13, what, dang, 15. How far did this thing go? Oh, wait a minute. -25? Are you serious? Nope. -25 as far as it'll go. Okay. There is no way that this trailer is going to get to 25 below. I mean, I knew the old trailers could get down to -10. I mean, that's cold enough, you would think. But -25? Maybe in a lab, perhaps. But not a trailer. So I went ahead. I set it for 25 below 0. Started up, and it started cooling down. So I figured, well, I'll go ahead and let it do its thing. By the time I get to Joplin, it should be at least 0 degrees so I can get loaded and get out. So I went to Joplin. Pull into the lot at Pillsbury, checked in, told them, hey, I'm here, picking up this load here. And they said, well, just go over to the parking area, the staging area, and we'll call you when we're ready. Okay. So I parked the truck, and I'm sitting there waiting, got out, checked the reefer unit. It's down to -20. I'm like, oh my God, this thing is cold. That can't be -20. There's no way. I mean, I don't know what kind of insulation they're using on these trailers, but I just couldn't believe it's already at -20. Now that's cold. Now I figured, what the hell? When you open the doors, you're going to lose a lot of that cold air because, especially in the summertime when it's hot and humid, you open them doors, swing them doors open, that hot air is going to rush in there. So I never thought about it. I said, well, at least it's below 0. By the time I get it into the dock, it had warmed up, but yet it'll still be below 0. So I never thought of it. They called me up, told me, all right, we want you to door 4. All right. So I backed up, got a position to back into the dock. The only thing I had to do is open the back doors. I'll open the back doors, and all that heat out there all of a sudden just ice cold. I mean, it felt good. How many times were you sweating coming in from the outside and opened the freezer just to feel cool? That's what this felt like. And from the humid air hitting that ice cold air, you could see the fog going down. I mean, it just pouring out of the trailer, and it goes on the ground. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. You got 20 below 0 air hitting that 96 degree humid air, and it's like, you see ice and everything building up on the floor right there on the edge where that warm air is hitting it. It looks almost like it was snowing. Well, I backed in the dock, shut the truck off, went inside, and told them, okay, I'm in the dock, ready to go. Well, the driver's lounge is pretty nice. You can sit there. There's a few drivers in there. We all talk. They had a little TV in there if you want to watch, listen to the TV, and they'll call you when your load's ready. You get signed for your paperwork. Well, I'm sitting there about 20 minutes, and a guy comes rushing in there. Who's in dock 4? Me? You need to go out there and turn your reefer unit off. Oh, is there a problem? What do you got that thing set on? Minus 25? I mean, the thing says it has to be at least 0 degree below 0 before y'all even touch the load. Turn the damn thing off! Oh. I said, what's wrong? It's cold! It's cold! I said, okay. He says, I said, well, all right. I'll go out there and I'll shut it off. And everybody's in there looking at me laughing because I told him, I said, it wasn't set for 25 below. And he's like, turn it off, turn it off. I go out there, turn it off. I checked the thing on the display and it said minus 25. I'm like, oh my God, that thing did get down to 25 below. And so I shut off, come back in there, and we're all in there laughing because I come in here with the coldest trailer, and they're coming in there screaming because the way these things are set up is the docking area, on one side you have the freezer, and then the other side you have all the docks with the trucks. Well, it's not as cold as it is in the freezer unit. So as soon as they bring the freight out, they go across the dock and then put it on the trailer. Well, when they open the trailer, and I'm sitting there laughing, I said, I can just imagine what's going on in there because they won't let you on the dock. And I told them, we're all out laughing. I said, I really didn't think it was going to get that cold. I said, I'm new to this. I'm a rookie. I didn't think that trailer would get that cold. I said, all the other trailers we have only gets down to minus 10. I said, this one went down to minus 25. Hell, how was I supposed to know? And they're all laughing because I'm the rookie. And they all started laughing. But at the end of it, the guy comes out, tells me my load's ready and I need to come sign the paperwork. So I did. And I was talking to the guy. I said, what was the problem? What happened? He says, man, I don't know what. That is the first time I've ever seen a trailer get that cold. I said, yeah, me too. I told him, I said, what happened? He goes, well, as soon as we opened the door to get in there, it suddenly got cold in that dock. And he says, you could see it. It looked like it was snowing inside that trailer. I stepped in the trailer, my feet froze to the floor. He had to have somebody help him get his feet off the floor because they were frozen to the floor. And I guess from the water, the puddles and stuff, from moving stuff and stuff like that, you get little puddles on the floor. And apparently his feet was wet enough, it instantly froze to that floor because it was so cold. And he was laughing because he said it looked like it was snowing inside that trailer. You couldn't see, it was so foggy. It looked like it was snowing. The floor was completely white from frost. It looked like it was snowing. And he starts laughing. He goes, man, I have never seen a trailer do that before. I said, well, to be honest with you, sir, I said, I was just wanting to see how cold that trailer could get. I just didn't think it would go to 25 below. He goes, well, it sure did. Now, just keep that in mind. That was the first time I did it. So the second time I did it, yes, I did it again. I was getting ready to go to another shipper to pick up a load. And I was getting it cold, doing this pre-trip thing. I had it set for 25 degrees below 0. again. I was like, this is going to be fun. I was going to go pick up meat in Iowa. And, oh crap, I'm going to have to get this trailer washed out. Because you have to have it washed out and a receipt to show that it was washed out. So I went to Blue Beacon, which is a truck wash station. And they do trailer washouts, stuff like that. So I had them. I already had it cold. It was 25 below zero. So I went to Blue Beacon. I told them, I said, look, guys, I need a washout. I'm picking up fresh meat in Iowa, and I need to have a receipt showing that the trailer was washed out. And I go back in there and get me something to drink. They go back there and open the door. This is summertime. This is summertime. It's hot and humid outside. And they keep their bay door. They keep their bay doors closed because they try to keep it cool and cooled off in there. And I go in there, get me something to drink, come back. I turn around and they got this window that you can watch them because they don't want you in the bay while they're cleaning your vehicle. So I'll stand there and I turn around and look. You couldn't see out the window. It was fogged. I start laughing. They opened that back door. They come in there. Hey, turn that reefer unit off. I said, is there a problem? He says, it's cold. Well, you got that thing set on. 25 below zero. Oh my, turn it off. They opened the bay doors. And the whole inside, it turned the bay into a refrigerator. All that moisture in the air from them washing just turned to snow, it seemed like. It was so cool. It just fogged up everywhere. So they opened the bay doors. They couldn't see anything in there. They opened the bay doors, and you see all this cold air just going down the driveway. And they're all screaming, it's cold! It's cold! They start spraying inside the trailer, and it looked like it was snowing. It was foggy. You couldn't see in that trailer. And they get up in the trailer, and their feet start freezing to the floor. They're like, what the hell? I said, oh, I had it set to 25 below zero before I found out that I had to get it washed out. And they're like, oh my God, it's fucking cold in here. So they just kept spraying it off, and it was hilarious. All that water freezing to the floor, their boots and shoes freezing to the floor. The whole inside of that bay was cooled off. It was like a refrigerator inside. They're like, man, it feels good, but boy, it's cold in that trailer. So yeah, that's twice that I did it. And it was funny. I mean, I go to Pillsbury and they thought it was too cold. And I got to thinking, just imagine going to Blue Beacon, them using them high pressure water guns to wash out the trailer, and to find out that it's 25 degrees below zero and hitting that water to that ice cold floor and it freezing to it. Oh, it was the funniest thing I ever saw. It was hilarious. And like I said, there are times you just got to have a little bit of fun at work. Well, I am your host, Mr. Fix-It. I hope this was made your day and you had a little laugh, as I did. I just didn't think the trailer could get that cold, but now I know. But yeah, I'll share some other stories that I did while I was a commercial driver. Y'all have a great day. Have a safe new year. My name is Mr. Fix-It. Thank you for watching.